many of you think about what's going on with our young children in this world right now, especially in the United States? Is it not tragic? Is it not tragic that our legislators spend so much time thinking about putting more and more laws into place that are going to lock up children instead of educating them? That they're more willing to put money into defense, more money into prisons, instead of helping our young people with better educational programs? To me, it's tragic what our country is doing with our young people. And that's something that I've been passionate about all my life. It's not something that started, just the other day or 2 years ago. It started a long time ago. And I've always been out there trying to help children and help their mothers too. So this is part of what the Women's Leadership Group is about. We empower women, they take care of the children. And we can empower men as well because they are caregivers as well. So that's what we are about as individuals, and that's what we are doing now with the Michael Joseph Brink Foundation. This is my son, Michael. I put a picture up there. And we have put together a foundation, and what it does is the Michael Joseph Brink Foundation supports young adults with mental and addiction challenges, primarily in the South Florida area, helping them to overcome these obstacles and become healthy, happy, productive, independent members of mainstream society through scholarships, education, and mentoring. And why we are so passionate about doing this is because in our school systems right now and in our prison systems right now, we have a lot of children that aren't bad kids, but they have mental health issues. Sometimes because of those mental health issues, they also end up with drug and alcohol issues. And nobody's taking care of them. We're not feeding them the proper foods when they're children, and then we wonder why they have ADHD and why we have to dope them up on Ritalin, And it's not our fault as parents because we don't know better, okay? We just don't know better. I know that I gave out a lot of Oreo cookies to my kids, I know that I gave them a lot of hot dogs. I remember one time reading an article and it said you should not eat more than 8 hot dogs. I think it was like a month. I'm thinking to myself, wow, that was just last week, So the thing is, we don't know. As parents, we don't know. And what we're looking at doing with the foundation is we're looking at providing resources for parents so that they learn how to take care of their children better, okay, especially if they have mental health issues, especially if they have drug and alcohol addiction issues. We're looking at putting together, we're not going to be able to do this right away, but our goal is to put together a program that's going to be able to help children out holistically, okay, right? Is it about the water that we drink? It's about the water that we drink. It's about the foods that we eat. It's about the exercise that we get. All these things affect our children as we move forward. How many of us look at like a baby, they're just 1 year old, and you think to yourself, that baby's already overweight. You look at them and you go, that baby's overweight. It's not their fault. They're not watching too much video, okay? It's not their fault. Something else is going on here that's not right. So we're looking at providing an entire holistic approach to taking care of people, and not only helping them to take care of their issues with mental health and drug and alcohol addiction, but one of the things that's missing, when you finish a program, there's nothing there for you afterwards, for you to get employed afterwards. So you sit around at home. And what happens? You end up drinking again and ending up in the wrong places again. So we want to put together an educational program that also helps. And I'm talking to a few people. We have a charter school that we have our eye on. If that doesn't work out, we'll start our own charter school. But we're going to put together an entire program that's going to be able to do what we're doing here in this room now with us. Old ladies kind of thing, right? We're a little old. You're not. But, so a few of us are kind of old. Okay. But you know what? Why wait? Why wait till we're older? Why not wait till we're Sabrina's age? Why not get these children really early and start empowering them to believe in themselves? To start giving them that belief that they are precious, okay? That they are worthy, that they are here for a purpose, and start empowering them with their beliefs from early on, so that they can then move on to middle school and high school and be able to produce amazing results. Not with this old traditional school system that's kind of outworn and everything, but really put together powerful programs that are going to help them. So we have a huge vision. It's growing each and every day. And we're starting out simply now by hosting our Project 21. Tell you a little bit about Michael. So Michael is my youngest son. He is my youngest son. He's still with us right here today. And on September 3rd, he went out with some friends just down the street. He's 19 years old. It was a safe trip just down the street. We dropped him off. We were going to pick him up by midnight. And just before midnight, we received a call that he had fallen into a canal. Him and his friends were horsing around. He had fallen in there, and before they knew it, they thought he was just not coming out of the water, playing around. He drowned. And the kids weren't able to save him. They called in the paramedics and everything, but they weren't able to save him either. So here it is, 1:45. My husband goes to pick him up, and what we find is a child that's been pulled out of the canal, and the paramedics are working on him. And our life turned upside down. It was September 3rd, and I was working on the Women's Leadership Luncheon for the following Friday, September 10th. So how's that? This whole organization is so powerful to me. And that was the beginning of something that I can't even imagine any of you going through. I don't even want you to go through it. I've learned a lot about myself, and in return, I've also learned a lot about Michael. We had goals, even before he passed away, about helping other children with what I was already doing with him. I took him to landmark education programs. I took him to T. Harv Ekker's Warrior and Wizard program. I took him to Extreme Wealth with me. He was doing a lot of stuff that for a 19-year-old, most 19-year-olds don't even know about. But we were really trying to use alternative sources of education to help him out. The one thing that I wasn't educated enough on was all the pharmaceuticals and all the stuff that's going on with that. I just wasn't educated enough, and I wasn't able to help him. So what we're planning on doing is, with Michael on my back, following us, we're pulling together this organization. And that's going to help us take that goal that Michael and I had talked about even before he passed away, and helping other young men and women. And that's where the Michael Joseph Brink Foundation comes in. We're doing right now Project 21. April 23rd would have been his 21st birthday. So we call it Project 21. And we're going to be raising money in honor of his 21st birthday. And we're going to celebrate it, even though he's not here. We're going to celebrate it, and we're going to do as many events as we can throughout the year, because I refuse to let him, his name just go by the wayside, because we really did have goals, and I plan on using those to help other people out, just like we had talked about before. And if you can donate any amount at all, it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but if we can have as much support as possible, because as we move our organization further and further through all the legal process and everything, it always shows to help have support from the community as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to help Michael. Okay.